How's it going, guys? Luis here. Hope you guys are having a great 2017 so far. Like I said in my Game of the Year video in December, 2016 was a very interesting year for gaming. We got a lot of great games like Uncharted 4, but we also had a lot of bad games and a lot of just disappointments in general when it came to the games released in 2016. And by the request of fellow fan member Kojiro, as well as a member on the Discord, he requested we also do a video on basically the worst games of 2016 or the biggest disappointments of 2016, and well, here are my top 5. Starting us off in no particular order, we have Homefront: The Revolution. Damn, this was a bad game. Not just in the sense that it wasn't fun, but in the fact that it was completely broken in design. While I was reviewing the game on PS4, it crashed on me multiple times. I'd experienced constant frame rate drops in areas that pretty much were empty in terms of elements, and checkpoints wouldn't activate when they were supposed to, causing me to reload a previous save and lose all my progress. It's actually one of the only games that's ever given me a migraine so bad it made me want to throw up. Like, while reviewing this game, I Snapchatted it. I had to lay down and stop playing for a while because I actually felt like throwing up. It made me dizzy. It was that bad. Next up, we have Mighty No. 9. Now, I might be in the minority that doesn't think Mighty No. 9 is a piece of crap, but more or less a disappointment to the fans that really wanted this game. The overall message that the development team behind Mighty No. 9 was trying to give off was that this was a spiritual successor or a gift or a love letter to all of you Mega Man fans out there that kind of were pissed off with the actions by Capcom. Fans of the Mega Man series rejoiced as hope for a new spiritual successor to the series was pitched by Kinji Inafune. Fans supported the idea through fan funding and reaching pretty much every stretch goal that the project had. However, the game quickly became a corporate cash grab rather than focusing on the main game people wanted. An anime cartoon was added, online features that no one wanted but would delay the game at launch were added, and ultimately when the game came out, many were disappointed by the bad frame rate issues as well as the other technical issues that the game faced while looking like an old PS2 game. As you can see in the background, it definitely made me sadder than an anime fan on prom night. Hashtag pizza explosions. Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS. I bet some of you guys weren't expecting this one, huh? Well, it's definitely not one of the worst games in 2016 by any means, but it's definitely one of the biggest disappointments for me in 2016. I actually made a trailer for Mario Maker 3DS back in April as an April Fool's joke that I do on the channel every year, and magically a few months later, Nintendo confirmed that it was actually real. Hashtag Luis was right. Sadly, the game isn't anywhere near as fully fledged out as the Wii U version though. Yes, you can still create levels on the go, but the other half of Mario Maker, the sharing aspect, was completely stripped down on the 3DS. You can't upload your 3DS levels online, you can only share them locally via wireless or through Street Pass. If you want to download new levels, you'll have to download them from the top charts of the Wii U levels online, and you don't have the option to search for a specific code like you do on the Wii U version. Worst of all is that you can still download Wii U levels, but you can only have one downloaded at a time, pretty much killing the reason to get it in the first place. The overall idea of having Super Mario Maker on the go just to create levels when you're on the train and then upload them online and share them with your friends on the Wii U, it makes so much sense, and I don't know how Nintendo could have messed this up any worse. I guess they could have taken out the editor too, but damn, yeah, I guess it could have been worse. No Man's Sky. This was a game that promised you the world and it gave it to you, and then copied and pasted it about 1 billion times, then slightly changed the colors of everything on each world and called it a different planet. I would say that this game is a victim of hype by the consumer if the developers weren't blatantly lying about the features in this game already. Developers were saying right before the game launched that it would be very hard or unlikely to see any other players online, which ended up being a lie. Why? Because the game isn't even connected online, you can't even see anyone. It's not unlikely, it's impossible. Sure, Hello Games added new features and elements to the game through patches since it was released, but by then people were already done with No Man's Sky, and even worse, players just didn't trust Hello Games anymore. No Man's Sky, and I'm gonna throw in Halo 5 in there, were some of the worst marketing I've ever seen in terms of just it being honest. Like, everything about those marketing campaigns were completely lies. Lastly, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan. With a developer like Platinum Games, who's responsible for great and exciting looking games like Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, and Scalebound. Oh shit. Is that too soon? Anyway, with a dev like Platinum Games behind this title, I assumed this game would at least be decent. However, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan was the same empty mission, repetitive enemy-filled game that The Legend of Korra was. What's worse is that Platinum straight up lied about the features in this game. Originally, the game was going to feature online co-op, but was scrapped so that the game could reach 60 frames per second. However, when I reviewed the game last year on PC, it didn't have online co-op and it was locked at 30 frames per second even on PC. So not only was the game a quick boring cash grab with a popular IP, but the developer straight up lied about the features in the game. and those are my biggest disappointments or slash worst games of 2016. Not all of them were the worst games of 2016, but some of them were definitely my biggest disappointments of 2016. And I asked you guys on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord for your guys' like worst games slash biggest disappointments of 2016. Here's what you guys had to say, and if you guys want to be part of the next video like this question here, make sure you're following me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and join the Discord. The Discord is pretty much a community where I occasionally jump in and talk to you guys, and other people that watch my videos are pretty much always there talking about gaming and anime and pretty much anything online. So feel free to join. The link to that is in the description below. Oh, and before I go, I want to remind you guys that I'll be live streaming the Nintendo Switch event happening this week on Thursday, January 12th. I'll be starting at around 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so about an hour to 30 minutes before the stream actually starts. It'll basically be me live reacting to the live stream, so if you guys want to watch it together with me, hang out in the chat, feel free to check out the link in the description and bookmark it, or turn on the little notification or the bell icon next to the subscribe button on this channel. Now, while you wait for my next video, you can check out these other two videos, my review of Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS, and my most hyped games of 2017. You can also click on my face to subscribe, and click the Twitter icon to get updates on Twitter, which I highly recommend you do. Thank you all very much for watching, hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the Nintendo Switch livestream.